So I actually ended up buying all the wrong valves. These were for the 60s version of the 292Y block. I needed the 50s one, user error obviously. So these are the wrong size, but huge thanks to CNC Machine for finding me the right size and ordering those for me so I can get my heads done the right way. So here it is, here's the rocker arm assembly here. So I cleaned off the shaft, lubricated it, got some new parts on the other one up there. But this one I used the original parts and I just cleaned off the entire thing, so it's a lot better than it was. Sadly, as I mentioned, I have a new phone now, so I wasn't really able to save the photos from the old one, but I can assure you it was bad. One thing to add about these rocker arm assemblies, I still haven't aligned the oiling holes, so I have to do that before I actually install these. But the point is, they just look a lot better than they were, and I'll make sure to do that before reinstalling these onto the heads. Alright guys, so just to show you just how far I've gotten, if you know what this is, then great. If you don't, then you're kind of not a car guy. But this is actually the oil pan of the 292. It's disgusting, it's greasy, it's a little rusty. I need a new gasket for it. But the point is, we got this off, and I'm going to get this degreased and sandblasted, and it's going to look great, and it'll probably have a much better seal, so it'll stop leaking oil over the bottom of my car, so that will be great. And yeah, I'll show you what's off the engine right now and what's in the interior, because I have all the parts in the back seat. So I made the mistake of actually dripping a little bit of coolant into the cylinders, and that's why on the bottom a little bit of green, but it's all out now, we're good. But user error again, new to this, but we did get the cylinder heads off and we did drain the oil, and here's the aftermath of that, and it's disgusting, and we're definitely going to need to put some new oil in there and new coolant, because that is really nasty. Alright, let's get the cover off. Alright everyone, so here she is. Here's Emily the Edsel, as I call her. I'm still missing this letter right here. The windshield's still cracked. All we've really worked on is engine. One of the bad things is, my friend pointed out, I do have bent tie rods, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I can't really show it. It's kind of hard when you don't have it on jacks, but my friend's got some jacks, so I'll be able to show you guys pretty soon. So let's just open the back seat and I'll show you all that we took off of this car. There we go. So this needs to be sandblasted. This is an intake manifold. This is one of the first things I took off. And I cleaned it up pretty good, but as you can see, it's still black, and I want it to be chrome silver. So we're gonna get it sandblasted, and it'll look great. The next thing is, there's a gasket here for the carb. Probably gonna need to replace that. It's not in the best of shapes, so that's not on there right now. But the intake manifold is clean, it's off, and it's been sitting here a while. The next thing, part of the carburetor, is the actual carburetor itself right here, and I cleaned it up a little bit. I didn't go crazy on it because I didn't want to ruin anything, but this is it. It's a 2-barrel for the 292. Definitely original, and I haven't really done much to this because it wasn't really causing me any issues. So this has also just been sitting there, and yeah, it's just sitting there. I mean, there's not much to say about it. I took it off, I disconnected all the hoses. This was about a month ago, so it's been a while. The next thing we got in the interior is the Edsel air filter, and this is a pretty nice filter, pretty brand new. The second owner installed this, and it is, yeah, the guy I bought it from, and it looks really good. And I actually waxed it, and now it got dusty again, so that's great. I'll just have to wipe off the dust. Over here we have brake shoes I still haven't installed, and I probably won't need to install. The brakes are actually really good on this for being drum brakes. They're very touchy, which is good. Over here we have 2 pistons. Now, if I can get the bags open, I will show you what these look like. You can kind of see it. I have them labeled. This is either front passenger or front driver. Those are the only 2 we've taken off so far. I'm planning on doing the rest of them next week, and we're changing out the piston rings. So, yeah, we have those off, and we're going to make sure we put them back in correctly. But yeah, they're actually pretty clean. Just have to clean off the carbonation on the tops of them. And that's it for those. Opening up the front here, we have some more stuff. Of course, we have some tools over here. We have some Allen keys, but we also have a ratchet, a screwdriver. We have a bunch of screws. I believe these are for the heads. Here we have the push rods in that bag and a head gasket right here. So that's all we got. We also have a valve spring compressor, which I have not really needed to use, and I'll get to that in a minute. We also have WD-40 and a blaster for rusted bolts. So yeah, that's that for now. I'll pop the hood and I'll show you how it looks like under there. Alright, cool. So we got the hood open, and we're gonna take a look at what's inside, and then I'll give you guys an update on this car, kind of what we're going through here. So as you can see, we still got that newer radiator. We got a newer battery in here. Not sure if I updated you on that, but yes, we got a new battery from O'Reilly's. We have this, which is supposed to be drying off the coolant from the pistons, but it fell out. And then we have, you can see right through there, right to the crank. So we have, this is first driver side and first passenger side, right over there. And that one also has the piston removed. Now, ignition distributor looks fine. Dipstick looks fine. Obviously there's no oil. Another thing we took off, and this was a real pain. So we have the, if you can see down there, we actually got the exhaust manifolds off, and that took me about a week to figure out, because we had to get this thing up on jacks and get it from the bottom to get this out, and that was really frustrating, really annoying. But the point is, we got them out. My friend's grandma is currently sandblasting them, so yeah, should be good. And here we have, transmission dipstick. Let me put, or rather engine dipstick. I'm gonna put that back in really quick. That should not be out like that. There we go. Then we also have busted up, what's this? So this is either an intake, no, this is an exhaust manifold gasket. Gotta throw that out. And yeah, she's looking good. We should be able to get her running real soon. What we need to do still is I still need to buy a camshaft. I currently have a new timing chain gear set, which that's going to be installed just to make it pretty. But we're going to sandblast all this, probably take care of that fan. I don't like the way that looks because it's just super rusted. And maybe do some stuff to the water pump. We'll see. But yeah, real thing right now is just getting that camshaft out and replacing that. And this belt is not looking great, so maybe that'll have to go too. We'll see. A lot needs to be replaced. It is a full restoration, but hopefully we'll get this thing on the road pretty soon. And yeah, put some Teslas to shame. No, I'm not an environmentalist. I love my engines. This is what I want to do with my life, you know, so not a fan of the electric stuff. Anyways, yes, that's it. I have the heads currently out at CNT machine, and those are getting fully redone. They're getting new valves. I already bought the valve springs for them, so those are getting installed. And then we have, of course, new valve seats, and just the entire heads just look so much better. They were this like charcoal black, and now they're like nice and chrome and shiny, and it's just so great how much of a difference that can make. Yeah, it's gonna be so much better. And with everything else we'll be doing, I think this engine's going to be running really well, and I don't think we're going to need to do much work to it once we have it running really well, which is kind of why we're knocking this all out in just one go instead of just reassembling it multiple times. We just want to get this over and done with, so we won't have to do it again, because it is a lot of work. It's fun, but it's a lot of work to work on an engine like this. So let me shut the hood, because that's basically all that's going on down here. Yeah, just got to change the oil and the coolant, and then, yep, that's basically all from down there. And let me give you guys an update on what's to come to the channel. So, of course, we have the Edsel restoration. I have the heads coming back. I'm going to do a whole video on that when the heads get here. We're going to install them, and I'll show you how good they look on this engine, because they're going to look fantastic. And we're going to do the camshaft. I might do a whole video on that. We'll see. And what else? Yeah, we'll start on the welding pretty soon. I'm in a welding class at Mountain View High School, so we'll get that going soon. And that's basically it. I mean, we're gonna do suspension eventually, but that's not gonna come for a while. But we have a surprise project coming for you guys. Yes, it's another Ford. I don't know. People say I'm a Ford guy. Not really. I like the GM stuff as well. I like the Mopars. Got nothing against that. I like everything classic. But we're getting a 62 Fairlane on the channel, so it's gonna be a full restoration. Worse than this, definitely. Oh, worse than this. Interior's shot. Brakes are shot, so we're actually gonna do some brakes on that one, unlike this one, which has decent brakes already. So we'll get that going. It looks really great. I can post some pictures in a second. We haven't actually got it here yet, but we're gonna be storing it down in Provo, because I'm only allowed one car in this whole parking lot, including my daily, which is going to be a Crown Victoria. Another Ford. Yes, I know. I just wanted something body on frame. So that's the update with that. I will definitely do a whole montage when that gets here. Kind of maybe even get some smoke generators, make it look really cool. Just present it in a cool way. We'll see. Haven't gotten it yet, but it is to come to the channel pretty soon. I'm actually going down to look at a storage space today down in Orem, and we're going to be looking to see if it's going to be suitable for the Fairlane. It's a 16, I believe it's a 16 and a half foot long car, and this car's 17 and a half. This is actually a foot longer than the Fairlane. The Fairlane's considered a mid-size. This is obviously a full-size. So I'm thinking eventually I'm going to do maybe a little bit of resto mod to the Fairlane while keeping the original 170 Ford inline 6. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I'll do a whole video on that. I'll show you guys how I'm getting it when I do that video, because I'm not actually paying with cash, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's about it for this one. And if you have any comments or questions, post them in the section below. I'd be happy to answer. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'll keep you updated on all the work we're gonna do to this baby. And hopefully I'll be driving her to school soon. We'll do a whole video, people's reactions when I drive this to school. And yeah, people's reactions when I drive this to school. Gonna maybe put some subs in the back. We'll see. Maybe not. I'm definitely doing that with the Fairlane though. But either way, it's a head turner. It's a great car. And yeah, soon car show season's coming up soon, so we got to get to work on this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.